All right, we're live. Let's rock.
Let's rock.
Rock and roll.
All right, let's ramp this shit up. All right, Doug, give us a nice send away. Excellent. I think that was expertly done.
Rock and roll will never die.
Until Don McClean decides it does, at least.
Yeah. For all one person that's watching now, because I bet everybody left. That was rock and roll.
It was the finest form of it.
It was. I mean, because I'm the king of rock and roll. And I'm Doug Garrett, and welcome to my channel. And today I've got Joey Tremblay from the Great White North and James McCrann from I don't know where, but he's from somewhere.
Somewhere kind of northy.
Yeah, and somewhere that's probably on a toilet.
Yep, because you got the toilet dude going on.
Wouldn't that be terrible if I streamed live while just on the toilet?
I'm going to say it's probably happened between all of our streams. I'm willing to guarantee it's happened more than once.
So I think with page 5, we should... What was that?
If you ever just see like a sudden mute, you can just imagine somebody's farting. They're like trying to hold it in so they're talking and their voice just starts going. It's like, yeah, I was, hang on a second. And they're mute.
Like, oh, yeah.
Oh.
We're all adults here.
Yep.
Yeah. I am proud to say I am a 35-year-old man.
I thought you were going to say I have a 35 IQ. I was going to say, me too, man.
I think mine's a little higher, maybe a 36 or a 37.
My IQ is off the charts. They were like, you don't even qualify.
You don't even qualify for government assistance.
I've fallen and I can't get up. That's how this is for, sir.
So, I'm pretty stoked. We got a lot of cool stuff here. And, yeah.
Yeah, we've got Legends of the Gusey.
Let me see. Did I maybe if I move this window, could you guys see it entirely?
I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Awesome. So yeah, we got a special little surprise for anyone who's going to be watching here. James and I cooked something up for everyone, and it is going to require a blood sacrifice or possibly just a mustard sacrifice. That would work too, but it has to be Heinz. I don't want no off-brand shit.
No Frenches. We're Americans here.
No Frenches.
I don't like Heinz mustard.
Neither do I. That's why we're sacrificing it, Doug. You gotta, yeah.
Just as long as I don't have to eat it.
No. James can eat it. We don't gotta worry about that.
I'm the bottomless pit that you'll be throwing the sacrifice into.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this, guys. So basically, James and I, like we've been telling Doug, we've been making some pretty good progress on our story, and I'm using the air quotes again when I say story. And I'm really stoked to share this with everyone right now because it is my first project as a colorist, I guess, in this sense, for an actual sequential book. And I think the results have been amazingly, I don't know, I've been so stoked with them, man. So it's been awesome working on this Lone Wolf project.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you guys on it. Like, you totally both exceeded my expectations. Like James's art for his story is it's kicking my butt. And then like that page that you sent me of James's art with your story and the colors you did, I thought it was awesome.
I appreciate it, man. It's definitely far from the norm, or I guess the way you and James see it, it's actually kind of close to the norm because you guys have a real passion for old school comics. And essentially with this kind of art style, I couldn't really go nuts with anything. I had to keep it super minimal and add the detail only where I could really see it. You know what I mean? And it looks pretty cool in the end, I think.
Yeah, it's got the look that I like. I mean, I don't like a lot of modern colors. I don't know. To me, it's too much. And yours is totally like a throwback, and I really, really enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm actually a huge fan of the modern coloring. And this year, I mean, if it looks good, it looks good. I'm just down for whatever. But yeah, it's not something I ever really imagined myself doing. So it's been really awesome to kind of learn while I'm doing this. And I've had an awesome mentor. James has been kind of coaching me through coloring and whatnot and what to look for. So my eyes essentially, like I said to James, he'd send me the line work and I didn't even know what I was looking at. It was just like, this needs to be like a picture by numbers. Otherwise I can't do it.
It's like, please number this. So we just started going through numbers.
And then on the other end of that, that's helped me learn how to be more decipherable in what I put down on the page so that it more easily translates to other people, and it's not just entirely a figment of my own head.
And me, I haven't learned anything, so.
That's why we love you, Doug. That and because you're going to eat the mustard later, and I lied.
Oh. I hate mustard. Actually, I like mustard. I just don't like Heinz. I don't want Heinz mustard.
I'm just down with whatever mustard, honestly. I like the honey mustard best, though. But it's probably, I don't know if that's blasphemy to some folks.
I wouldn't eat a hot dog with honey mustard.
No, that sounds horrible. No.
Well, then
maple syrup for hot dogs.
That's what you're going to have to eat is honey mustard and hot dogs.
I'm just gonna take over the world and make my own maple mustard, man. That's where it's at.
There you go.
It's really just gonna be like regular table syrup, though. I'm not gonna tell anyone about that. It's just gonna save me a bit of money.
We got Zach Hawkins in the chat, and he says Doug prefers Grey Poupon, as should all civilized folk.
I've seen that stuff in real life, and I was like, this is mustard? It's just like ground up seeds and shit. It's not like the crazy processed stuff that we're used to.
It's fancy.
It is, and it looks horrifying. I didn't want to even
you can tell by my accent that I'm very refined.
But of course.
I'm like, oh, yes. Please pass the Grey Poupon.
So we all need to go to a fancy steakhouse, and Doug could be the fancy man, and I'll be the fancy man from Canada. Like, Jeezly fucking Christ, that's some good mustard, eh?
And I'll wear camouflage pants and a cut-off T-shirt.
James, I have no idea. After seeing your videos, whoa, my screen just went ape. What was that? Oh, that was nothing.
That was terrifying.
Shit. Holy shit, that guy looked like he wanted to feed us some biscuits.
I think that guy might have been pooping.
yeah, I don't know what that was. Was that on you guys' end?
That was you.
That was me?
You did that.
All this talk of mustard. Oh, Jesus!
Holy fuck.
No, it's just
that gentleman looks like he wishes to offer you some logs.
That actually looks like a guy that I've seen in real life.
Did he smash on your hood like an ape?
No. He's just an angry old man.
See, you see the discoloring in his shirt. I don't know if this translates well enough, but the discoloring in his shirt, like I could like smell him from here. Shit, I could taste him from here. You look like he's probably worn that shirt for the last 50 years.
I can see the nasty shirt. That is so gross. So let's show off some of that artwork.
Yeah. My computer's dying right now. So hold on, give me a second. Oh, what did I just do? See, I think we may have skipped something. But since we're here, all right, so anyone watching, Doug included, so there's a little special something we've put together for everyone. It's a napkin, if anyone's wondering. It's extremely special.
A used napkin.
It is. It's used. And so basically what we're thinking of doing here, so I'll go back to this first page. So you guys see this at the top of the panel here.
I see that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask people to send us voice messages, and when the best that we get is gonna get the napkin, and I will mail it to you, and I will bring it.
Well, will you use it before you send it?
It's already been used. We covered that.
Yeah, I wiped my mouth on it.
I want to know if you'll like blow your nose on it or something before you send it.
I think that might be a biohazard. So
I mean, I don't think you should. If somebody send that to somebody in America and they like touch it, they'll turn into a Canadian.
Yeah, it has to be in the States because I'm not made of money, and so yeah, we're not mailing this thing across the globe.
I hope somebody Japanese does this and you have to send it to them.
I hope they don't, because I'm just gonna quit this whole project and take the napkin with me.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a very real thing, though. If anyone wants this napkin, say something funny, do something funny, send us a voice message, something very goosey, and we will pick a winner and we will send you this napkin, one-of-a-kind napkin.
It's right here in my drawer, just waiting for a better home.
Maybe you should tell them who the drawing is on the napkin.
I could tell you who it isn't.
Who isn't it?
It isn't Gary Busey.
So it's not Gary Busey.
No, I just want to make sure that's clear.
Because if he sees that he thinks it's him, I'm pretty sure he might try to kill us.
Yeah, and it's not. And Mr. Busey, if you're listening, I have the highest quality table syrup mustard that the world can offer, and don't kill us.
You don't have to say if you're listening because he's always listening.
He is.
Oh, hang on, there's someone at my door, guys.
It's Gary Busey.
Oh, I'm sure it's just the mailman. Yeah, I ordered a t-shirt.
Gary Busey is going to open his door and stab him in the chest
With a tomahawk.
And let the fear out. I know if that was me, I would be in the background screaming.
So I think James has already been chloroformed. He just kind of disappeared.
He's dead now.
He is. So
Gary
now
Busey
someone's
came for him.
someone's going to go have to pick up this napkin for us now. And while you're there, you might want to clean up the mess, but I mean, you just leave it to the EMTs.
Zach says in the chat, he says, Gary Busey doesn't sleep, he waits.
Oh, that he does. And so, yeah, let's try and move over to this next page here. Yeah. So basically, we figured we'd do about 2.5 pages. What we've done so far.
I'm still alive. I had to fake my death, but you were right, Doug. I should have looked before I opened the door.
I knew it was Gary Busey.
I'm going to be bandaging my chest and applying some just pure alcohol to it.
Some good pure Canadian maple syrup mustard.
Yeah, so I don't think I'll have to go to the hospital. It's not that bad. It hit a main artery, but I think we can deal with it.
See, that's what happens. All he wanted to do is install asbestos in your apartment.
That's probably true because when I came to, the wall was ripped open, the drywall. I should investigate that because 50 years from now he'll have his revenge.
This is true. Mesothelioma monster. All right, so let's look at this stuff here. So yes, this is not, like I said, this isn't Gary Busey. So
it's Barry Gusey.
Sounds similar, but it's not the same person.
But it's not the same at all.
No, not even close.
It's entirely coincidental.
See, I like that your story is just completely different from everything else in the book.
I think he's in your house now. I just heard a door.
That's my chair squeaking. Gary Busey doesn't. He's afraid to come to my house.
Is it because you're also armed with the way of the Cherokee warrior?
No, it's just because I'm out in the middle of the woods, and Gary Busey, there's no 7-Elevens around, so he fears this place.
Just not civilization, not 7-Elevens and
he
big
can't.
gulps.
Right, he has to have Gatorade constantly. He lives off Gatorade.
So yeah, we definitely took a really weird approach with this, and I don't even know honestly where this came from, and we just kind of, it's chaos. It's absolute chaos. We're unbelievably stoked about it, and like you said, I think it kind of really stands out in your book because, I mean, essentially, we're trolling your character. That's essentially what's happening here. And
yeah,
here, let me go to the next page here.
Well, see, the way I've been thinking about this, and the way I see it, is in any kind of lore or like monster lore or anything like that. There's always a trickster character, and the trickster character here is Barry Gusey. When you come across the Barry Gusey, your whole world just goes upside down.
It does.
Like the real world just goes out the window.
Oh, absolutely. I think, well, he backed your last campaign, right? So there's a good chance that he's going to back this one too.
If he doesn't murder us.
I mean, I don't even think staying alive is on the table anymore. So we're going further into these panels here, and he's got tomahawk with each of our names on it.
and not just any tomahawks, ones that he put together himself.
I really like the really cartoon approach to this.
Yeah, it's been an absolute blast, man. I just when I wrote the script, like I said in the last stream, I was thinking to myself, like, this story is going to be so highly dependent on the art to tell the story, because it's so crazy that, like, it needs those kind of lunatic looking caricatures to back it up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't. I don't think it would have pulled it off. If it was drawn traditionally, like, well, not traditionally, but in like a modern sense, I guess. So it's really awesome, man. There's a lot of kind of vague aspects to it, which to me, my background was mostly cartoons and stuff growing up, and I really feel like, to me, this looks a lot like a cartoon I would have watched when I was a kid. Let's see if where's the teeth one? Oh, okay, I do have the teeth one, but I got to zoom in. Let's see if we can see these beautiful little chunks of things in his teeth.
Oh yeah. And that's a yearbook photo if I ever saw one.
Oh yeah.
I like how I see the character and I know exactly who it's supposed to be.
See, we were really hoping for that. I think James and I actually talked about that yesterday, because to me anyways, because I'm not the one who drew it, I thought it really did convey the proper image, and it should look like the right person to other people too, man. Right away when I seen it, I was like, this looks like him, even though every time we see him, his face is distorted in a different way. But that's not that far from the real version. I mean, his facial expressions are legendary.
And his teeth huge.
Yeah.
Zach Hawkins says Barry Gusey was bitten by a rattlesnake one time. After 3 days of agonizing pain, the rattlesnake died.
Oh, man, I love it, man. That's fantastic. But yeah.
Well, I love the approach to this. And I know some people are going to say, oh, this is so weird and so indie. And that, to me, is what makes it so great.
Yep.
You're not going to open a traditional comic book up and see this.
No.
And it totally adds to what I wanted in the book. I wanted different styles. I wanted different types of stories. And we have that. I mean, we've got the serious stories. We got stories based on ancient lore and creatures. We got a story that takes place in the future, and we got a story that's just pure insanity. So, I
Yep.
mean, there's a little bit of everything for everybody in this book.
Yeah, I think that was the right approach too, man. Everyone really made it their own, and I think that's the only way to really do this. You know, I mean, it's I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone's entries because everything's so vastly different, and
Oh, yeah.
I think it'll make for an awesome book, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I used to buy like random collections of stories. Like there was a Spider-Man comic I used to buy in the 90s called Spider-Man Unlimited. And they would take stories from random issues, put like 3 or 4 of them together. So it was like a miniature anthology. And the art was somewhat uniform, but it was different artists and they weren't really that different. But like I like seeing the completely different things here. I like that you're going to flip a page and be taken to a completely different world when you flip the page to the new story.
Yeah, I think essentially our contribution, I think, is going to provide some kind of reset when people are reading. Right, if they come across this like midway through the book, they're kind of resetting themselves. It's like a palate cleanser for your brain, essentially.
Yeah,
it just
so
empties everything.
We've got Rumble Terry in the chat, and he says Lone Wolf is Native American Glenn Danzig. Changed my mind, and I totally agree with that.
I would also agree.
I would totally be cool with Wolf singing "Mother." So it's good.
He's just gonna have to add that to his set along with the whole pockets. Yeah, man. Something. I think there was something else. Let me open. My computer's not cooperating. Let me just open up this tab. And wonderful.
I had a computer one time.
It's not showing me anything. There we go. I guess that was all the pictures I had, so maybe we'll go back to him for a minute. Just let that sink in.
I don't think you should let that sink in anywhere. That's terrifying.
Yeah, so I guess we can talk numbers a little bit, man. I'm curious to see what the campaign is doing here because it's been slowly chugging along, man. It's been doing really well. It's I don't know what's happening here. Are you guys still seeing the artwork, or are you actually seeing the browsing thing?
We're seeing a little bit of the browsing thing, but it's most of the page is the little poster.
It's so weird. All right, well, Doug, do you have it pulled up? So my computer's just hating me right now. It doesn't want to live anymore.
I have everything pulled up.
Oh, excellent.
By everything, I mean I have the page pulled up, and that's about it.
Well, I think last I checked, we were at 68%.
Yeah, I just refreshed it. So let me refresh it real quick, and then we'll screen share and see what the world is going on after I stop presenting you. And then I'll present me. Hey, and then I'll screen share.
Let's see what we got here.
We are still at 68% with 74 backers. We've got 8 days left. We will extend this campaign if we have to, but I would really like to just go ahead and get everybody to get us funded so we can just leave the next little bit in demand so people can just go ahead and order the book.
Yeah,
and we can start working on some stretch goals.
Yeah, and I'm pretty optimistic at this point. We're slowly creeping along, man, and I don't think it really stopped ever. You know, I mean, it just kind of we got the initial burst, and then it just kind of trickled after that. And I think that's actually a pretty good result. It didn't, like sometimes you'll see a campaign just like end up dead in the water, and it's really unfortunate because a lot of these people are doing amazing stuff, and for whatever reason, people have been very inclined to help us here, man. I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, I think a lot of people though they are just waiting. You have that group that wants to back it immediately. You know, we had that explosion, and then you've got the group that waits to the last couple days. So I think the next couple days we'll see some people jump in.
And how many Canadians have sent you Timbits for a copy?
I don't think any Canadians have. I know we had one Canadian backer that I can think of, but they actually used money and not Timbits.
Yeah, some guy called William Shatner. So if you're listening, William Shatner, we really appreciate it.
Yes, William, I appreciate all the times that you in the future that you save the universe.
You know him?
Yeah, he's my captain.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or maybe my admiral. It depends on what point in time that you're looking at. So before we go into James's art for his story, let's just go over these perks real quick, because my campaigns, they always evolve and things change as the campaign rolls on. If something's not working, I usually adjust it. But we've got the Wolf Pack here, which includes Legends of the Lone Wolf 1 with the Jeff Lashley cover, Lone Wolf 1 with the Muttman cover, the sticker and the pin, and it comes with an 11 by 17 pinup. That's $45. That's like, a bunch of awesome stuff, and you should want awesome stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's the image that's used on the pinup? Is it the Bruce's artwork there?
Yeah, it's going to be Bruce's cover art right there, because that is like awesome, because Bruce is really good.
Yep.
And we actually ended up adding the digital PDF, and it is $13. You aren't eligible for any stretch goals. Once we hit our goal, if we add stretch goals, you're not eligible because you don't have anything to get shipped to you. So that's one reason you should back a physical copy. But I understand if you're like in Korea and you don't want to pay $25 to have it shipped to you. We've also got the digital version where you get Legends of Lone Wolf and you get Lone Wolf #1, the PDFs, and it's $16.
So
Then we've got,
how many pages is the book again?
it's around 80 pages.
Oh, wow.
That's
gnarly.
So when you get Legends Lone Wolf and Lone Wolf #1, that's over 100 pages of comics.
That's pretty crazy, man. Wow.
And that's $16 for digital comics. That's not bad. And then we've got just a regular book. If you just want Legends of the Lone Wolf, it's $20. We've had 22 people back that. That's pretty awesome. Then we've got the Legends of issue 1, where you get Legends of Lone Wolf, and then you get Lone Wolf #1 with the Jeff Lashley cover. Then we got the Legends of the Muttman cover, and that's where you get Lone Wolf, Legends of the Lone Wolf, and you get #1 with the Muttman cover. And the Muttman book is also going to be printed on aged newsprint, and I'm only printing that for this campaign. So we're probably not ever going to print another bunch of those. We might have a few left over after this campaign, but if you want this is probably going to be the only time you'll ever be able to get it. Then we've got where you can get all 3 books. You can get Legends of Lone Wolf, and then you can get Lone Wolf issue 1 with both covers. I've got to get 2 copies of Legends of Lone Wolf, and you save $5, and you save on shipping. I think the shipping on it costs us maybe the same as it does to ship 1 book. And this is one of my favorites, because I'm actually going to keep one of these. This is the limited edition hardcover book. It's going to have extras that the regular book doesn't have. There'll be some extra pinups in it. There'll be maybe some fan art. I'm going to write a forward in it. These will be hand numbered and signed by me. But you get that book, you get the Muttman cover book, you get the 11 by 17 pinup, all that for $50.
Yeah, that hardcover sounds amazing, man. I'm stoked about that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. And then we have the Support the Troops perk, which is $75. You get Legends Lone Wolf, you get the Muttman cover book, and you get the pinup. And then we send 4 copies of Legends Lone Wolf to Operation Gratitude, and they ship it to us service people all over the world.
That's a sick perk, man. Really cool.
Yeah, with my first campaign, we done that, and I ended up shipping them 35 copies of Lone Wolf issue 1, and I actually got a letter in the mail the other day from them where they were like really appreciative of that, and that made me feel good that people actually done that. You know, that was really cool.
Did they ask you what about the Canadian Army? Are we chopped liver?
Well, you know, America's number one. USA, USA, USA.
You wouldn't say that if you had one submarine, which we have.
We have multiple submarines
Don't
and
lie.
submarine sandwiches.
Wow.
And we've been to the moon, supposedly. And jet fuel doesn't melt still. I mean, we're not talking about that. But here we've got the 5-pack. You buy 4 copies and you get 1 free. This is aimed towards retailers. But one thing I'm going to do is you're buying the 4, you get 1 free, and I will include 5 copies of Lone Wolf issue 1. That's a $25 value in itself. So
That's
like if you got a shop, you get that right there, and I'll send you all the extra books too. And then we're doing the retailers pack where you buy 8 and get 2 free, and I'm including 10 issues of Lone Wolf number 1. So that's a $50 value right there.
So how many pages is your first issue?
24.
Oh wow, there's 240 pages right there, and yeah, plus plus another 800 pages. That's crazy. That's a whole lot of paper you'll be sending out with this one. So it's
like 10,000 pages.
It's like at least a tree, or maybe a tree and 3/4.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut down an entire forest just to print these books. Like, we're going to destroy the ozone with this book.
I'm down. So, what has the ozone ever done for us?
Nothing but keep us down. You know, we're tired of the ozone. We're tired of the earth. Let's destroy it all and celebrate Lone Wolf.
Yep.
So help us destroy the earth. Back Lone Wolf.
I'm gonna launch a competitor where it'll be you buy such and such amount of books, you plant a tree. I'll take the side of the earth in this war.
You and Don Cheadle, so you won't be alone.
For every 1 million copies we sell, I will plant a tree.
One single tree.
You can hold
in my backyard personally, and there's only 1 out of 1 of that perk available because I'm pretty sure I have to abide by zoning laws.
Well, you know, we've got to do something to make a difference after we destroy the earth.
Yep. We may even, if they buy 1 million copies, we may even consider printing 1 million copies.
Yeah, and you know, that's just if we feel like it.
Love economics.
So, anyways, let's look at some of James's artwork.
All right, let me pull this up here.
Oh, you gotta throw that Batman in there too, James. That thing was dope.
Oh, throw Batman in it. All right.
Batman. I think I've seen your Batman on your Instagram.
Yeah, Joe helped me color correct it, so I was able to fix it and get it a lot closer to the original intent.
Yes, and when you say he posted a Batman on his whatever social media page, it's just like, dude, I was doing like a screen share with him, and he's probably got like 100 and something drawings of Batman just in that one folder. So-
That's because Batman is awesome.
Yep.
Am I being presented?
You will be
Okay.
if you so desire.
I just didn't know because I'm like fumbling around with my controls. Like this must look silly.
You have to ask me because even though I'm not a boomer, I do a lot of boomerish things.
Yep.
Okay. All right, just give me another second here.
It's time for another song, Doug.
Well, I'll sing you a song real quick. Hey.
I think the lyrics were impressive.
It's called Hey.
Really touched my soul.
I have that effect on dudes.
Jeez. That really makes me wonder.
I hear a dog.
I hear a dog also. See, that's the strange thing. Here in Canada, or especially where I live, it's like I was sitting out on my deck today, and it's just amazing sitting out there with a cup of coffee, first really warm day of the year, and you got nothing but the sound of crackheads fighting in the streets. It's soothing. I'm dead serious. I'm actually dead serious about it.
Hey, Mr. Crackhead, how you doing? Maybe you should wear some pants. Hey, Mr. Crackhead, how's it going? Would you like to buy some crack? Crack is good to eat if you like to eat some crack. I wrote that song if you guys didn't know it. It's based on this story by this guy I know named Joey Tremblay. He told me the story one time about how he was sitting out drinking some coffee and there were some crackheads.
Yep. And Kenny Loggins got a hold of Doug, and Doug got a hold of some other guy, and then next thing you know, here we are.
And next thing you know, I'm the next Tom Petty. I sound just like Tom Petty.
Is that the wrestler?
Yes.
You're not Tom Petty?
No.
I feel like I've been deceived.
You have been.
You know, I signed up for all this because I thought that Doug Garrett was just a pseudonym.
It's not. I'm sorry. But would you like to buy some crack?
You know, that may just make up for the hole in my heart that was given to me by Gary Busey when he stabbed me before. All right.
Where be these Batmans?
Oh, you want me to show that first? Okay.
We just want you to show something.
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 So here I am just singing these songs, passing the time. Then you and Doug are just waiting.
Okay. So here's.
I don't think you're sharing, dude.
Not shit.
We're presenting you, but you have to hit the share button, the screen share. So all we see is the guy on the toilet.
Got it.
Looks an awful lot like Homer Simpson.
Zach Hawkins says Barry Gusey stabbed me in the butt with a crack rock one time.
Well, he's been known to do
that.
Yeah. So we know Barry very well.
Oh man. I'm having a boomer moment of my own. How do you screen share again?
Oh, depends what you're on, but it's either a little green button on the left side with an arrow, or the little buttons on the top right that brings up a menu, and it'll say screen share.
There it is. Okay, got it.
See, you've just entered the Omniverse.
I was gonna say the Twilight Zone.
Same difference.
Okay.
The Omni Zone. Hey, I like that. It looks like Batman.
And then this is how it looked like before. And then Joey showed me how to do the layering better, and now it looks like this.
So this is the perfect theme music for this piece.
Batman.
Can you imagine being some thug in the streets, just robbing someone? You hear that banjo music, and you, oh shit!
It would certainly strike terror into my heart.
Oops.
Yes.
Batman.
Yeah.
Got a whole lot of inceptions happening.
Oh no, we're flying through the Omniverse. Now it's Batman again.
Alright, hold on. Okay, so I scanned in page 2, which has made its rounds, and we color corrected it last night to get a lot closer to how it was supposed to look.
And the factory, man. Every time I see that factory, it's just unbelievably dope.
Is that where they make crack rocks?
Among other things. And then I don't yet have colors to share on these, but these are the next 2 pages.
Really, I kind of want to print another version of this that's just like no colors.
Yeah, this looks really impressive, man.
Because I really, really, really like your line art and stuff on this.
Yeah, this is incredible, man.
That's why I asked if you wanted to do the next issue of Lone Wolf, because I think your Lone Wolf looks awesome.
Yeah, that panel in the middle, bottom row, man, it's crazy.
Thanks.
I like the bad guy's face. See up there in the corner with where the rain was falling on him.
Oh, this guy here?
Yes, I don't know why, but your faces are really good.
Thank you.
I like your face.
Oh, it's so amazing. It's just
I love that right there where he's jumping through the thing.
I don't know what just happened. There we go.
It's crazy, man.
Crashing through the skylight here.
Like a man. That's what a man would do.
That's right. He has no heed for his personal safety.
He's just jumping through there because he's gonna whoop somebody's butt. I love it, dude.
Yeah, this is awesome. Like mesmerized.
I can show one more page, I think.
I've never seen any of these either. I've only seen what's been on the Indiegogo.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I've seen some of these because they're awesome.
So here's him landing in the facility here.
There's him kicking the poop out of that guy. He's like, eat poop, and he kicks him. Then he's like, ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chow.
Yeah.
Like, punch face.
Hey, he's making him eat poop over there.
He's like, eat duty. Helmet face.
Hey, that's not cool there, guy.
Don't make me laugh, Joe. Oh man.
I've actually been what I've been doing is I've been scanning and Xeroxing reproductions of the pages to color so that the black and white line work will remain intact. So I've been working on color schemes, but I haven't gotten to the final way I want it yet.
This looks amazing. Honestly, for a minute here when I'm looking at it, I forget that this is entirely traditional. It's like the line work is so epic, man. It honestly looks like a digital approach.
Yeah, the lines are like they're so dark and defined. It looks good.
Yeah. That is all thanks to our printer knowledge, because we know printers. It only took us like 2 hours to figure out how to scan the page.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know why it's looking all like this, but
Yeah.
It doesn't matter for these purposes. I was thinking for how I was going to color it.
Oh, Doug, I seen him yesterday. He started coloring like this, right? And then he's like, "Man, I hate using a mouse." I was like, "What?" It seriously looked like he was doing it like, I totally forgot that he's just doing this with a mouse, man. It looked very skillful.
Something a little bit bigger.
6 Scale Combat in the chat says, "Great effing art, guys."
Thank you.
I know, it's some awesome art.
If you want a napkin, just
yeah, I don't know if you were in here when we did the napkin thing. You need to go back and watch the first of the stream and then send us your best Barry Gusey impersonation of him going, or whatever it was. And you could possibly win a napkin that James wiped his mouth on and then drew a face on it.
That sounds horrible the more that we repeat it.
I think there's a few other things we'd accept. Maybe like a very well written text message, or not a message, got to be a tweet, or maybe a pterodactyl noise. I think that would be acceptable too. Like,
because pterodactyls are important.
They are. Without them, we wouldn't even have flowers or anything. They're responsible for all the pollination on our planet.
Well, I mean, we evolved from pterodactyls. Didn't you know that?
There's especially people from Tennessee. They retain most of the pterodactyl genes.
I'm not from Tennessee, so I don't even have any pterodactyl in me. I ain't got no pterodactyl in me.
Making me want to play guitar so bad, man.
But this isn't a guitar.
It is. It most definitely is. I know a guitar when I hear it, Doug.
I have a 6-string banjo as well.
Oh, that's awesome. The one you're playing right now, 5.5 or 4?
It's just a 5. Do you know this song? This is the clawhammer banjo version. See if you know what song it is. You know what it is?
Yeah, that was the Goat Magnet. But yeah, that's what I thought.
I slowed it down there so you could tell it was Goat Magnet. I want to eat a goat. Does it make me feel so good?
Everyone knows the best way to eat a goat. You put on a chain in a zoo.
Right.
You make your friends get in the automated trucks.
I like how you turn them guys into boogers. Makes me want to eat a goat.
All right, we need something a little bit heavier for the Goat Magnet.
I vocals, like Goat Magnet. You know, to do like metal vocals, you just got to pretend you're a Muppet.
This is true.
That's a good way of thinking about it.
It is. Unless you're doing Kermit, and it's
No, yeah, if you're doing Kermit, then that's a bad idea.
yeah, it doesn't make for the best metal.
Or Miss Piggy.
I don't even remember what that character sounds like. That's weird. I have no recollection of it.
It's because you blocked it out of your mind.
I did.
Probably.
Because you want to eat a goat.
So this is the basic idea of what I was thinking on how to execute this panel, as far as colors go.
So it's going to be like a heavy backlit environment from all the like little machines and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be mostly red. You're going to have the green buttons and screens on the consoles, and then Wolf and the security guard are going to be white with some shading.
You know what? I'm going to say this right now. He did this with a mouse, which, I mean, I seen him working yesterday with the mouse, and I couldn't even believe it, honestly, man. The results were unbelievable, and we need to start a campaign and get this guy some funding so he can get some kind of digital surface, man. Because, like, I think he'd be a monster with like a little Wacom or something like that.
Yeah, but digital's lame, Joey.
It is.
When you do digital work, you can't sell it. Like your other stuff. I do think it would be cool to color it digital though after he did the traditional artwork.
Yeah, and I think I mean in my case it still counts as traditional because my computer's 45 years old, so it's still that's in the traditional kind of world still.
I don't even know what half of this shit does. But yeah, that was just kind of what I was thinking for this so far. Have it like that. And then the next. Oh, shit. It's not giving me just a pure orange.
I color with crayons. But I have a hard time staying in the lines.
That's how you know you're a true artist, Doug.
Exactly.
I was kind of zoning out here, just watching his.
What program are you using?
It's Autodesk Sketch.
Which is a freeware, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive. I mean, when you was working with it yesterday, I thought it looked a lot like Art Rage 5, just a lot more minimal. So if anyone doesn't know what program they want to be using or looking for something free to mess around with, this is a pretty awesome program. It's got pretty much anything you can need to make a piece, man. It's may not have the bells and whistles of a lot of the other programs, but a lot of the times it's not even necessary. And it does have, like, people are familiar with Photoshop and whatnot. It does have the compositing settings on the right there. And, yeah, you could still do a lot of Photoshop-y stuff with it.
I still like Clip Studio pretty good. But I just don't have time to sit and mess with it anymore.
Well, can you build a hot rod with Clip Studio? Because you can with Sketch.
Like, I designed a rocket ship and then flew it to the moon. That's how good it is. Like, all the way to the moon.
I mean, it's impressive, but it's not a hot rod.
6-Cell Combat tells me to play the Magnum PI theme song on the banjo. I would if I could. If I could play that, that's all I would play. I'd be like, but I can't do it. Now I have no reason to live because I can't play that.
Yep, this is not worthy of this goat magnet champion that we had just moments ago.
Yeah, all I like to do is sing song about crackheads. That guy's going, oh, and he's pooping. You kick that hard, you poop. See, there's brown coming out down at the bottom.
Jeez, the Christ there, Fred, you got to take that in the toilet, bud.
He done made a poops.
Let it be known, it's best to be sitting on the toilet before you get kicked in the gut. Would that not be a horrible experience, just sitting on the toilet, minding your own business, and Lone Wolf just comes in and drop kicks you?
That'd be terrible.
Smashes you through the back tank.
And water and poop goes everywhere. And you're just laying there. You're laying there with your pants around your ankles, just covered in poop. It would be, I mean, like, what would be worse if it knocked you out and you woke up later, or if you were just in pain and laid there awake?
You just drowned in your own poop water.
Yeah, you wake up and there's a turd like next to your face.
This is slowly floating by. Man, that's the worst when that happens. I remember I was at the beach when I was a kid. I surfaced in the water, this big old log just floating next to me.
Oh.
That was my reaction as well. Be even worse if you come up for air, just take a big. Oh man,
that's so bad.
There's the pleasantries of swimming here in Sudbury. I didn't know you like Rammstein, Doug.
Yeah. I like a lot of like indie music. You can listen to my indie music that I play. I'm so sad. I'm on drugs.
Oh man, that's my favorite song.
Actually, honest to God, it sounded very similar to what Johnny Depp was playing. He played a show with Marilyn Manson, maybe multiple shows, but felt it was necessary to record his performance. And it sounded pretty much like what you just did. It was, yeah.
I'm sure it was so good.
I don't know if he could actually play or he was just being weird.
He can actually play. He's in a band with Alice Cooper.
Oh.
He's not, he can play like decent rhythm, but like Joe Perry's in the band too, so there's no reason for him to ever play a solo.
Apparently Marilyn Manson did not get that.
Yeah, but it's Marilyn Manson. He hasn't been good since like the 90s.
Yeah. Is that Mother,
tell your children not to come my way. Yeah, I used to be a big Danzig fan.
Well, I'm going to say it actually sounded better than his version.
Don't ever say that. Danzig, he's really short and old.
I'm going to get toilet kicked. I keep talking.
I really doubt it because he's really old and short. He probably can't get his leg high enough to kick you.
Just grabs the fucking broom and hits me in the head and stays.
He goes, Joey! And then like hits you with something in the face.
This is going to be blasphemy, especially with all the musicians out there. I didn't even know what Danzig was till I heard my buddy play it on that guitar game.
You know, that's not even Danzig.
Are you serious?
That's not. Yeah, they couldn't use the recording for some of the songs, so they recorded their own versions. That's not Danzig, and that is a travesty to hear it.
I knew it because some of the songs I heard on there, my buddy kept telling me, it's like, oh, it's the real thing. It's just The way they separated the files, it sounds all weird and shit. And I'm like, no, I don't think so, man.
Nope.
This isn't even Lamb of God. Like all the bands, it sounded really weird.
Yeah, the Lamb of God was not. Some of them are, but like the Lamb of God one is not. Danzig is not. Some of the other ones aren't.
I think
The Danzig one makes me mad when I hear it.
Yeah, the crazy progressive band that Skinny listens to, they had a song on there, the really sciencey band. But I'm pretty sure that was actually their song, the Supernova or something like that, or Supermassive something, rather. I don't know.
Excuse me. Six Scale Combat says play Black Summer. I don't know Black Summer, even though that's one of my favorite Danzig songs.
I've probably only. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say all I know is like Mother and a few Misfit songs. Danzig actually has a song that uses that blues, that really generic blues riff as well. Like, I don't even want to sing it. I've just been sitting here mesmerized by this art.
Yeah, I was just watching too.
I like the color choices and stuff because it really makes me think of like old comic books.
Yeah, it's exactly the kind of stuff that I like. Is the very bright coloring on it, even though it's like dark subject matter and you can mess with the hue of it appropriately. There's just something about
Well, see, like the
using an orange background and stuff like that.
The X-Men was like that in the 90s. That reminds me of that kind of colors that they were using then. Because they used like a lot of light color. I mean, it was light colors, but it was the X-Men.
I have to do this all entirely red. Because this helmet is red.
He's like, I'm gonna punch your face. You're gonna poop your pants. I'm a good songwriter. That's why I write such good stories. Like in my scripts, it's like Wolf jumps in from the ceiling and kicks a guy and makes him poop.
And then they figure out how to interpret it.
That's panel 1. Panel 2, guy's got poop coming out his butt. Panel 3, guy's laying on the ground. The wolf's like, I am best wolf. Good time, you poop. That's pretty much that's Lone Wolf issue 2, so you can get started on it whenever you get ready.
Okay, no problem. Here, I'll start a new one.
No, but I really think. Well, let me cough a bunch first.
Sure.
There we go. I was going to say I really think this book is going to be really awesome. I don't know how to explain how it's just different, and I think people can't comprehend what the book's actually going to be like because they see a few pages of art here and a few pages there, and you don't really get the scope of what the book's going to be like.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of, is there any more artwork to add to the campaign?
I can add some, but at this point, I'm just sending them through updates and through the mailing list and stuff.
Wait. Oh, I'm not getting emails for it. Because with the Lone Wolf one, the only reason I was getting emails, I guess, because I had bought a copy.
Well, I should have added you to the mailing list then. So you need to check your junk mail folder and make sure you're getting emails from Doug Garrett or from Gravestone
No.
Press.
Not for Legends, anyways. I do get them for the first issue still, but not for Legends.
Well, you should be getting them from Gravestone Press because I took everybody and put them in the mailing list.
Oh, something's not right then, man, 'cause I haven't gotten a single one.
Like I said, you need to check your junk mail folder.
Yeah, I did. It's void of any gravestone.
Well, you are worshiping the devil.
This is over. Stream is done.
You quit. I didn't fire you. You quit. You guys want to hear a song I wrote?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Remember how to play it? I can't remember how it goes. Can't remember the chords. There we go. I hate my job. I want to quit. That's my song.
I've heard this one. So this is
It's-
one you've been working on for a while.
It's my magnum opus.
I wish I could play blues. It's not something I've ever really.
It's stupid. I hate it.
I'm gonna give it a whirl here.
You gotta have soul. That's why you can't play it because you're a ginger. Gingers don't have souls.
That's probably mostly the issue. I would agree, man. It's been a problem my whole life. Let's see here. Let's get some drop C blues going on here.
Too bad you're not playing in a different key because I've got my harmonica.
Oh. What key is that?
D, but usually when you play a harmonica, you play cross harp. So you play in another key that the D complements.
Oh.
I don't know what key that would be off the top of my head.
I don't know. It sounds unusual to what I'm used to.
If I had a C or a G, I could make it work, but
I think part of the problem. Yeah, part of the
I'm not-
problem. Go
yeah,
ahead.
no.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't even think I'm actually in C. It's some kind of weird middle zone that doesn't exist. Like so out of tune. There's no way that's actually C.
So out of tune. Oh, yeah. That makes me want to start a Limp Bizkit band with you.
That seriously sound like Limp Bizkit?
No, but that's what I want to do.
Oh my God, Limp Bizkit. How does that go? Oh man.
Limp
And he says something.
Bizkit.
And he says something about wanting to sniff people's panties, and it's just a great song all around.
I want to poop in your pants. Is that what he says?
Something that I
Probably would have been classier, honestly. Song, it's really weird lyrical content, to say the least. I don't know if he's just telling a fictional story or if he's that creepy.
He's telling a true story about wanting to poop in your pants. That's just how it is.
See if I could.
You guys hear my guitar?
No, I think mine canceled. Well, at least on mine.
You can't hear this one?
Yes, I do. It would be 69 Stratocaster. What the hell? Oh, it's a shuriken, man. I was like, what the hell's happening here? The banjo convinced me, dude. That sounded real at first. I wish my shuriken would have worked.
I guess it's supposed to be the banjo. Oh, it's out of tune.
I think
Tuning things.
it's a
Makes me
fairly
happy.
convincing banjo over the air like this.
I don't know why, but my tuner won't work. It does this from time to time. There it goes.
I was like,
Lost fish. Zach Hawkins is talking about Big Dumb Face, which was Wes Borland's side project.
oh yeah, he told me to check that out a while back. I totally forgot, man. I'm gonna have to
Dude,
check.
it's so awesome.
Yeah, I figured it would be, man. Like, he was probably the only reason Limp Bizkit had anything solid. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that, man. The bassist was great. The drummer is amazing. So,
But, you know, at the time, the whole band was, well, I mean, they kind of come out and did their whole thing. But the only thing is that kind of stuff is not sustainable.
well,
You have to
There's-
keep growing or something. But
they're
that
still
band-
doing okay.
it's just people who can't let go of bad rap rock.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, Fred actually does have a decent singing voice. Like, he's not that bad at all.
No, he's not. Nobody in the band is bad. It's just that, like I said, you got to continually evolve. You can't just do that same old
Yeah.
thing.
I don't remember why they got rid of Wes in the first place, but I think it was something along those lines that Fred wanted to keep doing, like, straight rap rock, and Wes was like, why don't we do more stuff? And essentially, yeah, that was, Wes got kicked out, and then he came back
Stupid.
he came back like 10 years later.
Well, I'm a good player. Let's see. Let's go for some open.
I wish I had a shuriken.
Well, I'm the wrong song, open D. Oh, maybe I'm not. Maybe I just haven't played in a while.
See, this is a nice addition right here. This is big. Oh, never mind. You ruined it, James.
Oh, sorry.
James, you ruiner of
There
things.
we go.
You
What
guys
does that
12?
look like?
Hang on, I can't see it. That looks like Pikachu exploded. That guy's pooping.
Yep,
Looks like he's pooping out blood, though.
a little bit.
That's
Lot of
gross. Pooping is gross. Glad I don't have to poop.
Yeah, those silly humans and their need to put. I mean,
I'm gonna
Is
kill
that
you
an
guys.
was that an octaver or an actual 12-string emulation?
It's a 12-string emulation. It's okay. It's not the best I've ever heard.
I think it's usable, but I wouldn't use it to replace an actual 12-string. I would use it like to replace an octaver because it sounds a lot more like an octaver.
Layered it in like a recording, it would be fine, but playing live, it would never replace a 12-string.
It's funny. I was thinking the opposite is what's funny. Is when I played the shuriken at the store, I remember thinking like 12-string, I wouldn't be able to use it to record. It sounded so. Is it supposed to be 12-string electric or acoustic distortion?
This is a 12-string electric. Supposed to be a Rickenbacker type thing.
all right, Greg, I got part of page 1 done here.
I love it. He's like, bam, and the guy's like, poop. Because that's what you do when you poop. You yell, poop.
I've never done it.
I mean, that's what I always do when I poop. I scream real loud.
I prefer to disturb it. While going, oh. That sounds so familiar. That's not Green Day, is it?
She grew up in an Indiana town, had a good-looking mama, never was around. She grew up tall, she grew up right with the Indiana boys on Indiana night. Ooh.
So
Tom Petty. Remember, I'm Tom Petty, remember?
this is true. For some reason, I thought it was that horrible Green Day song, The Boulevard.
They ripped off like every classic rock song in the whole world.
Yeah, apparently. It's
so-
not identical, but I mean, it sounds similar.
Yeah.
It's funny. Why would such talented artist need to do that? Because their music was crazy, right? Like,
I don't like Green Day.
not even their old stuff.
I liked it when they were punk rock.
That's what I'd be like. They were great musicians. I don't understand why they felt the need to emulate people when they themselves were fantastic.
Because they're stupid. Man, I love the Helix, man. I think everybody needs a Helix.
True. I was.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was considering getting the native version when I finally get a good computer. I'm just kind of running it off my computer.
Does that sound like a real amp over the air?
Absolutely, but I would say in my case, I'm kind of an advocate for digital technology. So
Yeah, I mean, like I've got some really cool setups on here. Like this is one of my favorite. It's a British. It's a JTM 45. Which is a Marshall, and I've got it set up with a 212 cab with Alnico speakers.
Yeah.
So it's like super vintage guitar tone.
Love it, man. That's like a trigun tone.
Yeah, and then like I like to throw in like random effects. Or a big muff. This stream went from us talking about like comic book things to talking about punching people till they poop, and then like me playing guitar.
Yeah, this one totally went off course.
It's okay though. People needs to get a taste for our personalities. If they don't go ahead.
I was considering getting a Variax somewhere down the line, even though the Shuriken thing failed. I still want one.
Yeah, I like to straight up this one that I've got that's just a generic Strat knockoff.
Yeah, I might actually do that too, because I thought I think the extra down tuning things on the Shuriken, I'm pretty sure you could do the same thing with yours. It just maybe it doesn't have the preset built in, but I think you could just build it yourself.
Yeah, you've got the custom banks to do.
Yeah, because their model that was called the Shuriken, which is essentially was the Variax version of the real guitar, and it sounded terrible, honestly. I hate to say it, but so
see, here's the baritone on mine.
Your strings are kind of creating
an octave effect.
Yeah, that one there was like a really bad harmony. That sounds really good. I think the problem with the Shuriken model, like it had the baritone too, but it had an extra setting for what they call a Shuriken essentially, and it dropped it so far that it didn't sound good anymore.
Yeah. See, I'm not into like playing with heavy stuff anyway. So.
Yeah, I have a technique myself where I could drop it digitally, but I figured the Shuriken built-in one would be better, but to go that low, it definitely wasn't. I hate how Goobles does that.
I hate Goobles.
It turned your volume pretty much down when you started playing that, 'cause it was like, this is
too much rock.
You can't handle this level of rock.
Yeah. Yeah, I was showing James 12-foot Ninja yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
12-foot Ninja. That dude is crazy, man. The stuff he plays.
See, I think we need some fresh blood, Doug. Send some invites.
Let's get. I don't know who to invite.
It's we got Benjamin Franklin, Shaquille O'Neal,
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Yeah, Michael Scott.
Billy D. Williams.
Yep.
Let's get him on. That's topical. He can tell us all about Star Wars while we talk over him and play banjo guitar.
Yeah, because I don't like Star Wars anymore.
I'm almost done with the DS9. I'm only got a few episodes left, and yeah, I never really did get over how creepy Cisco was to me. It's kind of
DS9's one of my least favorites.
Yeah, it's got some good episodes, but you got to get past that whole shittiness. It's just some of the characters that were underused could have actually made the show a lot better.
Yeah.
Like, they shouldn't have put that Kai Wynn or whatever her name. Like, what a terrible character, man. It's just like, you just want to strangle someone when you're watching it. It's not. I couldn't stand it.
I dropped the link in the chat on Twitter, so there's no telling who's going to pop in here. Probably weirdos. But if they pop in, I'll just go.
It's intensely loud. My God. What are you using to bend the pitch?
My hands.
Oh, is it a slide?
No, it's my fingers.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a country band.
I did not even hear a transition from fret to fret. It was like a slide.
You what you're doing, you're playing three strings there. The E, the B, and then the G, but you bend the G up.
Oh, I see you bending, you're not sliding it.
No.
That's tricky.
It's called magic.
Let's see here.
I'm rolling my volume down a little bit so it doesn't kill everybody. See, man, I love this thing because I can record any kind of tone I want, any kind of music.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most regretful things that's ever happened when I was shopping for gear, when both those shurikens were messed.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell was it?
It's octave fuzz.
That sounds pretty good.
It's because I'm really good at guitar. Can't figure it out.
Yeah, well, the problem is I'm out of tune, dude, so you'll never... That's the issue I had when you played the harmonica. I'm not actually in C. I'm like in the middle of two notes. If you play an open for me real quick, I'll tune my guitar to it.
I got the Tremblay on, so it sounds like a helicopter.
There we go. Yeah, I like that sound, man.
That's what Vietnam sounded like.
And you just hear, I shall mute myself so I can tune this beast.
Isn't that what Vietnam sounds like?
About right, I think.
Don't you hate when you're tuning your guitar and Cheese Whiz just pours out of the headstock?
Oh yeah.
That happens to me all the time when I'm in Vietnam.
There we go. Now I am in human tuning.
What human tuning are you in?
I don't know. Oh wait, hold on a second. You're in E, right?
Yeah. That really did sound like a warfare.
I think it's already out of tune.
Zach Hawkins, I dropped the link in the chat. Why don't you come jump on with us?
Yeah.
Talk about barbecue.
Talk about barbecue and how he once cooked 1 million chickens in a single go.
Dave says to crank
This is to crank what now?
it.
It. Crank it?
Yeah.
There's only one way to crank it here. You play some, let's see here. I wish I knew how to play real songs.
You don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Something till the 1 a.m. Loaded. Going out, start again. Loaded. Something about the neon lights. That's something. Living after midnight. Probably songs about being gay, because that guy was gay. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory manner. He really was gay, and a lot of his songs ended up being about gay stuff.
Was it a real song?
Living After Midnight by Judas Priest, son.
Oh, okay. Not something that really played anywhere here in the radio or TV or anywhere.
Canada is not metal.
It is not. No. So someone joined us here. What do we got?
Who is it?
We have a clown, possibly.
Who is it?
A mime. See, this is a problem. Whenever you bring mimes into your chats, it just always causes issues.
Oh, it's Nachos.
That's just mean.
What are you doing, Nacho?
You know what? I will play him an intro tune.
It's nachos.
I already messed it up like 3
Would
notes
be
in.
pickles.
Let's try that again. He deserves better nachos.
Made me kill myself. I went, Nacho, and it started coughing in the yard.
It's funny that the song I was playing is kind of not really the real one, but it's a song by Devin Townsend, and it's got to be one of the best music videos ever, man. The whole song's basically, it's called Vampira, which I'm pretty sure was a comic book character.
Vampirella?
Oh, yeah, that's probably it, yeah. But yeah, the whole video is this lady in a devil's costume, this terrible, terrible comic. I don't know. It's pretty impressive.
I was impressive one time. So what's up, Nacho?
See, if he had his camera on, we could tell what he's saying. We can't even see his hands right now.
Nacho.
See, but when I do that,
But see, you're not country.
no, I know.
What?
This is,
Oh man, are you still there, Nacho, or did we scare you away with your theme song?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here.
I think he died.
You'll be missed.
I think you should do all your work digital from now on, James. See, I just play really generic riffs, Joe, all the time. Oh, we got old Tank there in the chat. Hey, Tank. Tank Ferret Art.
You got a Slick Jimmy in here now?
Big Jimmy. Uh-oh. Everybody be good now.
Maybe he could play a song
Be
for us.
good. When have I been your police? When have I been your daddy?
See, if we don't hear him either, I'm going to wonder what's up with the mime community today. Like,
I can hear Jimmy. Can you not hear him?
No.
Hello. Hello.
What about you, James?
I can hear him.
Hello.
Well,
Nacho
what is
left.
this?
I chased Nacho
Block
off.
dirty old Canadian. I know how it is.
You might have to leave, Joey, and jump back in because
Nacho came
You can't
back.
tell me what to do, Doug. You're
Oh,
not my
there we
dad.
are.
there you are, Nacho. Can you hear us now?
Yeah. Switched off for some reason.
Are we live? We're live. Does that
Yeah,
mean
We're
does that mean I
live.
can't say fuck?
You can do whatever you want to.
Because you might, you know how YouTube is now. They might just take you off.
Well, they can't demonetize me because I don't make any money.
I know. Me neither.
I
Doesn't
don't
really
even have
matter to
any-
me. I don't care about YouTube. Even if I was monetized, I really wouldn't be sucking people's dicks to get more money.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not like Matt. I love you, Matt, if you're listening.
He's not. He doesn't listen to me.
He doesn't listen to you? He's got better things to do, like drive around the countryside for rich, Democratic fucks.
Yep.
Taking them
Joey's
to
back.
wine festivals and brie cheese and shit. Like they're
Yeah, has
fucking
Jimmy said
France.
something?
Yeah,
I have
Jimmy's
said
talking.
many things. You
I
just
don't
need
hear
to
him.
figure it out, man.
Hey, look, Rozzy Lee is in the chat.
Hello, Rozzy.
My favourite Australian.
That's
Well,
right.
he's one of my favorite Australians. I feel bad if I say that now.
He's not my favorite Kiwi, though. And that wouldn't be Booster either.
I always make fun of Booster and tell him that he sounds like he's Australian, just because I know that drives the Kiwis crazy.
Are you playing a guitar, or is that Joey?
That was Joey, and then he left again. I'm also playing a guitar. Mine's plugged
Oh.
straight in, though.
The problem is if you guys play, you can't jam because you just can't get synced. It sucks.
Yeah, I know it. It does suck.
If there was a way to sync up, we could actually sing. That would be nice, you know.
It would be cool.
Gypsy woman told my mama.
You missed it earlier. I sang a song about a crackhead.
Oh, was it like an autobiography or what?
It was a story that Joey told me about crackheads, so I sang about it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that sounds fun. How long you guys been on? You been on for a while?
We've been on for like almost 2 hours now, I
Oh,
think.
geez, man.
We were talking about Joey's story for Legends of Lone Wolf, and then James's story. We're showing some of his art, and now he's doing some digital Lone Wolf there. Are you doing that with a mouse, dude?
Yes.
I hate you. I can't
That's
even
pretty-
draw a good pencil.
That's pretty
anymore.
good with a mouse, I gotta say, man.
Thanks.
No, I mean, there's no thanks to be. I mean, that's just how it is. Shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, doing that with a mouse, that's crazy. I mean,
We need to get that boy a tablet. That's what I say.
That's what we were talking about earlier. He's got some skill, man. That's why I wanted him to do the next Lone Wolf book. I just
And
love
get it-
the way his art
Get
looks.
Doofy a Wacom, man.
Yeah, so he can draw guys.
Not even a tablet, a Wacom. You know, he needs to get a good one so he can
I
really
didn't
do the
realise I
shit.
was using Sketchbook.
Doofy, where are you from?
Long Island.
Long Island. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's up there by
So-
New York City.
So I have a question. If he lives on Long Island, you know, not the far west part of Long Island, that's pretty ritzy area, man. That's there's money there. Why don't you have a Wacom tablet? Is my question.
Now I can hear Jimmy, and yes, I agree. Guy needs a walk.
Well, I mean, he's living on Long Island. That's you know,
Maybe
there aren't ghettos on Long Island. Last
maybe
time
he
I
lives in
checked,
a box in on
unless you're down in like New York City. And even there, you know, they're all getting all gentrified and shit. Except for AOC's area, she wants to keep them down and depressed by not bringing in like, you know, Amazon and shit and bringing in money.
Yeah, I don't think it's wise to build a jungle wherever you want, though. I'm with them.
Build a jungle?
Jungle. Can't just
Why?
put it. Just can't put the Amazon anywhere.
This is true, because that damn river just kind of screws things up. I mean,
Where would you even put a Walmart?
Why would you want to displace like the East River anyway? I mean, you got Roosevelt Island there, beautiful, you know, quiet neighborhood.
But for real, I guess you were mentioning that 'cause he's kind of flying through with a mouse right now, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, which is freaking crazy.
That's why when we first talked about a tablet, I figured like something with a screen built in would be ideal. But when I see him work with the mouse, I'm like, man, you could probably work easily with one of the ones that doesn't have a screen, where you just kind of looking at the computer.
Yeah,
I have fun with that.
you really need to upgrade your hardware, man. Because if you're doing this nicely with just a mouse, you gotta upgrade.
It's kind of freakish, dude. For real, I have no idea.
Come into the 21st century.
Yeah, when we make all that Lone Wolf money, you know, you'll be rolling in tablets.
You just got an apartment.
Right. It just have tablets everywhere. You walk into everyone's room, his bathroom, his kitchen, his sitting room, his 2 bedrooms, his garage has a tablet.
That's right.
That's all we'll have is tablets. No money, no anything. Can't pay any bills, but we'll play
His backyard by his pool. He'll have a tablet on the end, one end of the pool, other end on the patio, right by the barbecue.
Every garbage day, just a pile of tablets at the end of the driveway.
That's right. Just a pile of tablets. He got tired of those tablets and needed new ones.
He uses a new one every day. All those are the tablets he's already used once.
He uses tablets to wipe his butt. It's a thing in his house.
I don't think that would wipe very well.
It's the principle of the matter.
But yeah, if anyone out there has got experience with an inexpensive tablet that you like and that is not Huion, tweet James, man. Let him know what your experience was with that tablet. Because we were looking around for some, and I mean, iPads are pretty dope. Huion is cancer, and so there's a bunch of stuff in between. Wacom, the ones with the screen built in are very expensive, but
yeah, they ain't cheap at all.
Yeah, the ones without a screen are pretty inexpensive, though. I think the cheapest one, it seems like $80.
Like that new one, is it 32 inches now? It's like, is it 32 inches? I don't know. But it's like $3,500. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. That being said, I bought a Wacom recently, and I see...
Six Scale Combats wants to know why Huion is cancer.
Oh, that's
quite a tale.
Yeah, it's too long of a story. Well, it took me...
One killed Joey and with cancer.
Yeah. Then my parents had to clone me, and you know how it goes.
It's not cheap.
No, but in all seriousness, that thing was an absolute nightmare. It fried my computer, hands down. It completely ruined my computer, and it is cancer. You plug it into a Mac, and it will spread like a cancer, man. It doesn't do the same on Windows. I tested that, and they optimized it fine for Windows, but when it comes to Mac, they just totally did not create a good app. It basically acts as malware and destroys your computer, and it's horrible, man. It's
terrible.
It took them like a third of a year.
Tail.
Yeah, it took them a third of a year to give me my money back too, which wasn't fun.
James, you need to give that guy. You need to give Wolf an Arkansas toothpick. He just needs one.
What?
You need to give Wolf an Arkansas toothpick.
A candy cane.
A big ass Bowie knife. Like in that right hand, he's ready for action. He's gonna cut a bitch.
You should put a hot dog in one hand and
hot dog in one hand, Arkansas toothpick in the other, and a fried Twinkie in his pocket.
Fried Twinkie, is that a thing?
Yes, it's very much a thing.
What, do they batter it, then they drop it in a deep fryer?
No, they just drop it in the damn thing.
It's weird, man.
It's like the same way.
It's grease sponge. It's a grease sponge, man. I'm just like, that's so.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's not good for your heart, but it tastes pretty good.
What is good for your heart, though?
Eating more hearts.
Kale, I guess. I don't know.
You gotta eat
kale. Poop on kale.
Yeah, you gotta
eat kale and tofu, just so you turn into another, wuss in the world.
I'd rather eat the hearts, like Joey's saying.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Dave in the chat says the Amish are ahead of the game. 0 technical problems.
That's right.
Have you ever read an Amish comic book?
Fucking Luddites.
Can you imagine an Amish comic book?
Who's the clown boy I'm looking at? Who is this?
That's Nacho.
Oh, Nacho? How come you ain't saying shit, Nacho?
Yeah, Nacho.
Are you being impressed by EVS and his cohort of bully boys?
No.
No? That's good. I'm glad.
He's just being a polite British filler.
I think Nacho needs an Arkansas toothpick to cut a hand That's what I'm saying. Hand them out like candy. Arkansas toothpicks for everybody. And we cut all of our bitches that, oppress us.
He's not allowed to have one of those there, though, in England.
I'm trying to get your channel demonetized and banned.
See, it's like the Purge, only there's fried Twinkies.
People would have to be watching it, Jimmy.
People, I know. I'm just thinking the algorithm is going to pick up, cut a bitch or something like that. I don't know.
No, people say crazy shit on YouTube all the time.
I'm joking. I understand. I understand. It only counts if you got like 10,000 people or above on your sub list.
Really?
Otherwise.
I wouldn't have thought it affected anyone because I see a lot of channels where they swear all the time.
Joey,
I mean,
the last few days with YouTube, bud?
What's
Oh
that?
man,
Doug?
some shit has gone down lately.
Have you not seen what's been going on?
No,
This,
no.
this dude who he claims that Steven Crowder's been bullying him, and so
Because he's a gay Mexican.
yeah, which it has nothing to do with him being a gay Mexican and him just being an idiot, mostly. But so now he's thrown a fit, and the new YouTube apocalypse is going on.
And who's
Channels are getting destroyed left and right.
is he? A politician or something? Who's this Crowder guy?
He's just a right wing commentator. He's a comedian.
Steven Crowder is like, he's got about 3 million some odd stuff. He's got like 3.8 million subs right now. He's got like a podcast online. I don't know if he's been syndicated on the radio or not, but
Okay, so he's
he
a
runs his show
professional.
pretty much. Yeah, he runs his show pretty much like that, and then he goes on location a lot of times. Does these socialism, evil, change my mind, that like a theme like that goes to college campuses and other places.
Those memes that say blah blah blah, change my mind. It's that guy. That guy does that. He goes
Okay.
play. It's like socialism is evil. Change my mind. They turned him into a meme.
Yeah. Yeah, gun control is unconstitutional. Change my mind. That sort of thing. And like, so he's been going after. I guess this guy's name's what's his name? Carlos something or another. Carlos Maza. And he's like an anchor for Vox, the Vox channel, which is like subsidized by like CBS,
NBC.
NBC Universal, and they like put $200 million into their thing, so they got plenty of money to play with. But he gets upset because I guess for the last little while, Crowder for the last year or so has been like, when the guy comes on and makes a point or some sort of statement that Crowder doesn't like, he takes him to task for it, and then sometimes he does call him like, a gay Mexican or whatever, So in this wonderful Pride Month that we have now of June, he decides to take issue with it, which seems to me kind of, I think it's just an agenda on his part to draw attention. But in the same thing, like he squawks so much, he got some other channels and outlets to get upset at him, and then I guess YouTube sided with Crowder not to like ban him, but now they demonetized Crowder completely. Then Maza comes back and goes, "That's all you did is demonetize him. He has his own income stream. You've got to ban him." All right, so obviously a totalitarian asshole, whether he's gay or not. And this is all because he either he's playing like he's offended, or he did get offended like a wuss. And now a lot of channels, because YouTube has changed their new policy, a lot of channels are being affected again. So there's another adpocalypse. Yeah, there you go. Because somebody's being a punk ass bitch.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to any of that. I feel like people spend their days looking for shit to argue about.
Well, one thing is, this guy's backed by corporate media, and they're trying to destroy things like YouTube.
Yeah,
because corporate media to reign supreme.
YouTube was like basically destroyed when it came out the gate, though. It's been problematic for all kinds of different reasons forever. It's not that.
Well, I think YouTube should be split off from Google. I think it would function properly if it was run like a fucking business, and not like they're freaked out about everybody. Like they often say that it's all about the business side of things, that they make these choices, they're trying to not to scare away advertisers. However, last year I can't remember, since they made the last ad apocalypse, $70 billion. They lost $70 billion. So
I was gonna say their YouTube doesn't actually make money, is why it's kind of needed to. It has to be part of Google because it's a lost leader essentially. But I think honestly, if they charge $2 a month, they'd make a killing, man, and I'd pay that. I mean,
well, yeah, sure. I wouldn't have I wouldn't like. I pay for Netflix when I thought it was good, and sometimes I re-up when I want to watch something. But I listen to YouTube all the damn time. I pay $10 a month. I actually pay for I think I do pay $10 a month. I paid for the premium because I wanted to get what the fuck is that show? The Karate Kid show.
Yeah,
Cobra Kai. And
Yeah.
I didn't take it off. I just kept going because I listen to YouTube all the time, so I don't mind paying that. I think it's $10, $10.99. That to me is not like a big thing to pay. And if somebody said, "Look, you get all this content for $10," they get millions of people to subscribe. And maybe maybe they'd lose people. I don't know. It seems not a bad thing to pay. I mean,
lose Risey Lee. He says he wouldn't pay for YouTube. No bloody way, he says.
that's fine. We wouldn't have to listen to him anymore. I'm kidding.
Oh, poor Risey.
I think personally, I'm in the mindset that if it's something I actually value, I'll pay for it. I really don't care about any. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, man, $10 a month, I would even pay that, man. So
Right.
I use the shit out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I do too. And I don't listen to back in the day, I used to listen to talk radio when I was driving around because I drive. And now it's all YouTube. It's all the time. I listen to YouTube. I'm much more because I can like switch up if I want to listen to something else. Say, listen to something about Warhammer. If I want to listen to something about guns. If I want to listen about history, or listen about like geography or travel. I mean, I'm all over the place. Plus with comics and politics and news. Even there are movies that are free that I've never watched before that you can find on there. Plus, if you want to like pay premium a little bit, you can get yourself a movie. Same prices like Amazon. Or that way, and it's to me it's not like a big huge thing. So I think I get a lot out of YouTube. I know a lot of people think the platform's free and has always been free. Well, if they don't want it to go away, maybe they should pitch in. Risey.
Yeah, I think free is all well and nice, but it's part of the problem, right? They can't do shit because it is free, and so funding would actually help them in a big way.
I mean, and yeah, I think you got like a point there. Considering also that like a lot of the left-leaning people say, "How do you know it's like left-leaning?" Well, the content I don't necessarily think on YouTube is left-leaning, but I do think the people who run the show have a left-leaning bias because they're all from like Silicon Valley. And if you guys want to run over there and check out what people are saying, you'll discover real quick. Unless you want to keep your head down, you're left-leaning. And if you keep your head down, they may even try to purity test you there. That's just how it is in that part of the country.
That's kind of mind-blowing to me because who gives a shit? Like, do you like the service? Who gives a goddamn shit who's running it? I mean, you don't go to a restaurant and bring you your burger. You better not be a liberal. Like, just like send that fucking burger back.
You would be surprised how it is over there amongst really hardcore leftists. I'm not gonna and see like I tend to make a discrimination between liberal and leftist. Most liberals are cool. They're all right. I'm all good with them, even if they have some stances I don't care for. But they're usually reasonable people, and they're kind of out in the cold now, considering where the Democratic Party is. But here's the other thing: like there are a lot of liberal ideals that I hold to, like individuality, meritocracy, Enlightenment ideals. Those are cool. But like high levels of socialism being instituted, hell no.
See, as a humanitarian, I think my stance is a little bit differently. I'm the kind of guy that leaves his fridge open to cool off the whole building. So I just very, very eco-friendly person.
So you love your compressor turning into an ice block?
Oh, absolutely, man. It's one of the joys chipping that ice out.
And so I just go up there and bang on it with a sledgehammer. Wonderful.
Yeah, no, I'll even like pour some water out into the stream next to my house just for the fishes. I'll get it from the tap and just put it right back in the stream for them.
That's right. That's right. Pour one out for the fishes. Is Risey still in there? Is he insulted? Has he run back to Australia? I'm just wondering. Because I know Perth needs some love, Risey. I'm just saying.
So James had finished his piece and it looked nuts, man. For real, that looked sick, dude.
Doofy changed his icon all of a sudden. What happened?
Now he's the pooping man.
All right then.
Remains to be seen if he will be drop kicked though. Has that
Doug,
ever
am I-
happened to you, Jimmy? You're just sitting
Doug-
on the John and someone just breaks in and drop kicks you.
Definitely.
No,
like a
because
great
I
time.
usually have a gun on me.
Just sitting on the toilet with a gun just in case. It's like,
Dude, I like unless I'm in like my jams or my what the Mormons call their garments, which is my underwear. Yeah, I'm pretty much usually always armed.
so
This is America, man.
so I don't want to drop kick you when you're sitting on the John. Then
You drop kick
Well,
me.
you
and
might be able to drop kick me once, and then we'll see where we go from there.
oh, that was sick. Whatever the hell tone that is.
So, have I ever subscribed to you, Doug?
I don't know.
What's your channel? Doug Garrett.
Yeah, probably Doug Garrett.
Oh yeah, I'm all subscribed to you. I'm gonna go in there and
All it is a bunch of videos of me playing guitar and talking about comic books, and there's a few where I shoot guns at stuff.
I remember the first one you sent me for shooting that gun.
I love guns.
I shot a hole once through America #1 on one of my channels, and it was shitty because you couldn't really see it when I did the hole, but I did blast 3 holes in it, which was very cathartic, actually.
I have a video where I took some birthday cards an ex-girlfriend gave me, and I shot them with my 1911.
Wow, dude, nice.
I
I
made
use,
it private for a while because I was afraid people would like get mad.
I use my oh my brain's one, my Mossberg Shockwave. It's basically shotgun shell.
I've got one of those.
Yeah, they're great. I love them.
They're awesome.
It's the gun above my bed that I use for home defense.
Yeah, mine's in the corner right next to my bed.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of shooting in the backyard, but then the landlord told me that grenade launchers just aren't acceptable in his properties.
Where do you live again? What state do you live in?
It's in Canada. They don't have guns.
Oh, okay. Then I forgot everybody's pussy's up there. That's fine.
I will drown you in syrup.
Say they might
You
not
drown
have-
me in syrup, I'll piss all over you with my syrup dick.
It might make it taste better.
Nacho's not even allowed to have a knife.
Neither is Risey, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, we're not allowed knives here for the most part either.
I mean, we have 4 people watching currently. 4 people.
Yeah, that's like a record for me.
We're on the rise.
And that includes me. So really 3 people, but you know,
Oh, and me too, so.
that's
No, I'm
2
just-
people.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's just
Oh,
going
yeah.
Dude,
down.
look at that. That is so cool, dude.
Love it.
I want to use that design for something seriously, so you should send that to me.
Okay.
I can't believe you did that with a mouse.
Yeah. Traditionally drawn with a mouse.
That is so wicked, man. I hate you.
Yeah, like he really does need to get himself a tablet, because if that's as good, that's how good he does with just a mouse. Dude, come on.
Yeah.
We need to get you a tablet. At least a tablet, if not a Wacom.
Oh, come on. You don't got 3,500?
Well, I think you can get them. I think you can get. I think there's some $900 ones around, like used ones. But I mean, yeah, that's. I think it's $3,600 and change.
Yeah, the little Wacom that's like basically like the size of a mouse pad. That thing's like $80, man.
Yeah, that thing's. A friend of mine has one of those, and I tried drawing on them. Oh yeah, it's like fucking toll painting, man.
Yeah, I'm not good enough for. I have a complete disconnect if I'm not looking at my hand, which apparently is not a problem for you, James. So I don't think the little Wacom would be a problem.
Well, maybe he'd probably do a pretty good job, but I mean, I think it'd probably be better if you just got a regular tablet, say like an iPad or something.
Yeah.
A little bit larger. But I mean, like, if you really want to do fun, like professional stuff that has large, DPI and that sort of thing, like a Wacom really is the only way you can do it properly. It's just,
Well, I mean, you got guys like Tim Lim and Nate Lindley. They do amazing work on Procreate. Well, that's totally.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's not. I'm saying it's not impossible to use a tablet, but I mean,
I use a tablet.
I use one to look at comic books on.
You also have a Huion, right, Doug?
Yeah, a really tiny one. I paid like $20 for it, but I can't art very good on it. The disconnects, I can't like.
Oh, so it did give you the cancer.
It did. It
Michael
gave me
Lahitan says loads of guns and gun owners in Canada. Okay, it's good to know.
yeah, but you're only allowed to have like what 5-round magazines or something.
I don't know. But
a 10 and a Glock, and then like a SKS or AR-15, maybe 10 or 5.
I know they have a couple of guns you can buy up there, but you can't buy here because of stuff embargoes we put on things.
Dude, they let me buy a gun at Canadian Tire when I was a kid. And I just went in there and bought a gun. I forget, it was like $100 or something.
Back in the 30s, you could buy a goddamn like Tommy gun at a hardware store.
Yes, I don't think Canadian Tire has guns anymore, but I just remember that because my grandpa sent us in to buy a gun. And yeah, we bought a gun. Just a pellet gun, mind you, but still letting kids buy guns and things have changed.
I wish that I could buy a Tommy gun at a hardware store.
I do too.
I think that I personally believe, this is my personal belief, and I know some people might disagree with me, every citizen who, and I don't mind a background check and other shit, should be allowed to own a fully automatic weapon. But you have to, there should be a few things where you have to, few hoops you have to jump through. I don't want to give it to crazy people. I don't give it to people who have mental deficiencies, or felons who I wouldn't give it to a crackhead or somebody who's alcoholic. I just wouldn't. And that's an automatic weapon. But if you have, and I would limit it to somebody who's 25 or over. Your brain has to be fully formed, and those are some things. And then once you're in that kind of parameter, and there might be a caveat in there for somebody who's been in the military and has been honorably discharged. Yeah, I don't have a problem with them either, even if they're younger. They put in their time. But I think there needs to be a law, but they won't do it. It'll take too much time. And again, I'm not even sure if they really reviewed it and if the NRA kind of pushed it, that they would find it constitutional. Some of the laws have been put in place, but because of certain instances, like, President Reagan getting shot and all that other shit. And then you can own a machine gun. You just have to buy one that was made before 1986, which... And now, like, the cheapest machine gun, which is like a Mac 10, is like, I think it's like $7,000 now or something. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. You might be able to find a deal for around, $3,000 or $4,000. But even so, you can buy a machine gun, which I think is ridiculous. You can buy an old machine gun, but can't buy a new and better machine gun. It just doesn't make any sense. Our laws, ATF, a bunch of the laws in ATF are just absolutely they're just backward. They haven't looked at it. They haven't made stuff that makes sense. They've compiled on each other through the years as they've gone through. The whole, back in the 30s when you had people running around like John Dillinger and Bonnie and Clyde, that's when they put in the first original ATF act that stopped like machine guns being like sold without certain, like a tax stamp, and then that was done away with, where you couldn't buy anything before that. I mean, after that time in 1986. I'm telling a Canadian our laws, but it is crazy. But then again, I can own a handgun pretty easily. I don't know how Canadians are up there. I'm not sure of all your rules and regulations, but I don't think you're as bad as, say, Australia or the UK.
Yeah, I'm not even certain. It's not really something most Canadians even think about. I think it just kind of, I don't know. I have no idea what the laws are, honestly. Just kind of.
Yeah, nobody really
have freedom like we do.
Well, I mean, and the truth is, maybe I shouldn't say this, but if you know what you're doing and have just a little bit of knowledge, you can make a regular like semi-automatic rifle or pistol into a fully automatic weapon. It doesn't really avail you much unless you know what you're doing. I would say learn how to use your semi-automatic well, and then you'll have plenty of protection. Unless the war comes, and then all bets are off by that time. So
I'll just tell you, on Payday 2, the single action weapons are way better than the full auto weapons.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
I'm
Oh,
the
yeah.
same. I love single shotguns. Well, in every game, but that game especially.
See, I've got a single action pistol laying just a few feet from me right now. 'Cause I'm a cowboy.
And you're also talking about the fact how much money you can like lay down range if you just are full auto wing all the time.
Yeah.
It's not cheap. Ammunition, you can find some deals once in a while, but like you have to buy in bulk. And then if you do, you spend like $500 and you might get $1 a round if you get a good deal. And so there you go. Depends on the ammunition too. If you want to do plinking, Ruger 1020 is probably the best thing you want to use.
So how do you feel?
1020.
How do you feel about dipping bananas in mustard?
In mustard?
Yes.
I think it's a rarefied palate that would enjoy that.
It's a good way to say it.
Dipping bananas in Nutella, on the other hand, not so rarefied.
That will kill you, though. It's like they just recalled the Nutella from Costco, and it's got like all kinds of E. coli in there and shit. So you probably wouldn't want to.
That's why you buy Nutella from Walmart.
Or you just use mustard.
Oy.
Almost the same.
If I dipped the banana in mustard and ate it, I'd probably kill myself.
I think you should do that live, and let's watch you your reaction, see what happens.
You know what? Make it a perk on the campaign, and I will eat a banana mustard dip right here.
First of all, I don't think you should just eat the banana. You need to deep throat the banana totally covered in mustard.
Is there another way to eat a banana mustard?
I mean, you got to follow War Campaign's lead. Come on.
I'm dead serious. Put that on the campaign. I will eat this horrible, horrible mustardy banana. And Doug will play his crazy Rush sounds in the background. Shit, man. Oh.
You know you love it.
I do. It sounds dope.
Zach says the NRA is a money suck that you have to go to the GOA.
He's right. Gun Owners of America. Way better.
So I think I might have an agreement on that, actually.
Yeah, I do.
NRA just has the biggest fund right now, so if they used it properly, I think they really could use their hammer a lot more effectively. But I think Gun Owners of America, if they just need to get bigger, and until like David Hogue calls them like the evilest organization in the country, then they haven't done what they need to do. So.
All right, Doug, I'm going to need you to present me in a minute here.
I will present you now.
All right, then.
You have been presented.
All right, thank you. We'll just leave it like that for a bit.
We still have 4 people in the chat. I guess 2 of us are me and Joey. So 2 people have decided to leave. I just left the chat. There we go.
Yeah, how do you think this guy feels about bananas and mustard?
I think he has a banana and mustard in his tailpipe.
That's what it looks like.
Look at So what I think, try banana and wasabi. See what's up with that.
Oh no.
That would fuck your brain cells, man. What's up with this music, man?
It's awesome.
It's amazing.
Crazy.
I think the Helix synth sounds a million times better than the Axe FX one. That sounds awesome.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I agree.
We're talking about guns.
Guns?
I have my guitar.
Is that one of those things you put on an AR-15?
The Helix. I've got it on my AR-15.
Just hanging off the bottom.
I have a guitar right here that it's got a network cable, and you can change the sound of the guitar digitally. It's got like digital pickups and like a little computer built in. And
I think somebody needs to turn an AR-15 into a guitar. See what happens with that.
It's already been done. I've seen it.
No, that was
really
AK-47.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did it have
I
the
know
banana
guns,
clip?
Doug. I'm Canadian.
Did it have the mustard-covered banana clip?
Yeah, it had a banana clip and everything.
You're not supposed to say banana clip. It's a banana. It's a banana. Magazine. It's a magazine. It can't say clip. It has the magazine. But you can say mag. But you can't say clip. Shut up. That's when you get like gun snobs, and like gun snobs are as easily as bad as any like comic snobs or music snobs. You're just like, shut up. 1911 is the best gun ever made. It's a great gun, but it's not the best gun. No, it's the best gun ever made. The Glock is the best gun ever made. Which Glock? All of them. I don't know how I got off on guns. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Guns are awesome.
Guns are awesome. There's some good guns among some companies, and then there's some really shitty guns among the same companies. It's just how almost every company is, except for like the Calico, which is a really interesting idea with horrible execution unless you have the right ammo, and even then it's just kind of stupid.
I remember how we got off on guns, though. We was talking about getting drop kicked while you're on the toilet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And somebody gets a nice 380 round from my little bodyguard, my Smith and Wesson. So yeah, that wouldn't be good. I was over in Europe talking to these guys in England about guns, and they were talking about one of their uncles. I guess they have like shotguns and shit out in their like countryside for like birding and shit. And then I just told them like how many guns I had. They're like, why do you need so guns? And I'm like, well, I don't really need so many guns. I mean, I have a rifle, I have a shotgun, I have a regular handgun, I have a 1911 just because I love 1911s. I have an AR-15 for home defense. I have another short barrel shotgun for home defense as well. And then I have a little sidearm pocket gun, and then some other guns that really don't really matter. And they're like, well, that's like 10 guns. And I'm like, yeah. Well, why do you need so many? Because it's fun.
It's not about need, it's about want. I can have whatever I want because I'm American.
Right. I can have whatever I want. I can even have a machine gun if I want to go out and pay the price of a nice used car.
Yeah. A really nice used car for a not very
well, it depends on which gun for really not that great a gun. I mean, if you're getting a really nice, like super nice BAR, it's like $125,000. You're like, what the fuck? You could buy that. You literally could buy a BAR in a hardware store back in the day. A really nice like Thompson is going to go for like $75,000. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's a big gun. Is that a function? Is that a functional gun? So I want a functional AR-15 with like a plate for a guitar on the side of it, so people fucking piss you off, man, while you're playing. You better respect the music.
I seen a guy built a guitar out of an actual shotgun, and it was the most horrifying thing ever because it was loaded. It was
Reverend. What's his name? He's got a band. He plays a slide guitar that's a shotgun. There's videos of him playing it, and then he stops and he shoots it.
It is fucking horrifying, man. It just looks so clumsy the way he does it too. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me, man.
How he shoots or how he plays?
How he shoots it, man, because he's all into the song and he just grabs it all clumsy like and fucking shoots it. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, see, you have to make the guitar ergonomic, and you have to make the gun ergonomic too. It has to be both. Otherwise what's the point?
Otherwise, he's gonna shoot his fucking feet off one day, man. Like,
right.
When I was seeing him do that, I was like, oh god.
I mean, like, I can see like putting a full-on nice 4-string bass on a shotgun because you got that long body on it. That might work.
I hate coughing.
I think the shovel guitar was more badass, though. That thing was dope. Just like an old spade shovel.
See, because what you're showing here, that's just like, it's not really a gun. It's just it just looks like a gun.
I know guns. That is a gun.
No, that's not a gun. Unless you can cock that shit and put a round down range, that's not a gun.
Where's the knife now?
All right, let me fix this thing. This will solve the problem. All right, so this guy here.
You gotta make that bigger. I can't even see that.
Yeah, it's all pixelated and shit, but it is a gun.
Is it able to put rounds down range?
I have no idea, honestly, by looking. I know it started as a real gun, but something tells me there's no barrel there.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Here's the problem, though. If you did probably put a gun in it, you would probably, take everything out of tune, if not really screw up the neck. I don't know.
I think if you're making a gun guitar, I don't think you're really concerned with the tune.
Well, I mean, like an electric guitar, you can put it on anything. It doesn't really matter because it's electric.
It does,
unless you're trying to get resonance. How do you get resonance out of a block of wood unless you're doing like a hollow body?
Well, pickups are slightly microphonic as well. Not just that, but the different types of wood will affect essentially the rebound and percussion, the strings and whatnot. So it definitely affects it, but it's a lot more subtle than an acoustic, that's for sure.
It'd have to be a lot. I would say it'd be a lot more subtle. Because,
absolutely. But it's there, man. Like
a nice hollow body gives you a nice fat, rich sound, as opposed to like the more tinny sound, and you can fix things on a regular hard body, but I mean, it has a nice, beautiful, fat, round sound that I think is really cool. I like it.
Yeah, my baritone is it's not an actual hollow body, but it's been I forget what the term is. It's been hollowed out somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. What do you call it? Chambered. So, yeah, it's been chambered.
Yeah. Well, I can see that too. I mean, if you chamber anything, you're going to get some resonance out of it. So.
Yeah, for me, honestly, I always say this when it comes to any guitar, whether it's electric or acoustic, the feel of the guitar is going to have a huge impact on the sound. And so, if it feels a certain way, the guitar is automatically going to sound a certain way. So you're going to want to play different shit with it and kind of a lot of little subtleties. So. Like this one here is a Swamp Ash body, and it's just got a really, really heavy feel to it, man.
One of the sounds I like a lot, just because it's a lot of fun. It has a weird banjo kind of flavor. Is like a dobro, and then they like amplify it, and then sounds really cool. I like those.
Is that like the
steel
resonator?
Body?
Okay,
yeah,
so like a steel resonator. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never played one of those.
A friend of mine has one, and then he gave me he had a whole shitload of guitars, and then one day he calls me up and he goes, "Come on over." And I'm like, "Okay, come on." He goes, and he gives me this old black laminated resonator, so I still have it. But he kept this engraved, he got it was silver with gold embellishments, and that's his resonator. But that one has an amplifier on it. He had it installed, so you can just plug it in and shit instead of having it mic'd.
Oh, you mean he's got the wiring in there with the output and whatnot?
Yeah, and he had to have it done because I'm not sure if they sell them or if they've discontinued them. Mine certainly doesn't. Mine would have to be mic'd if I wanted to, play it with amplification.
You already have to use some kind of piezo system. That would work too.
Yeah.
Yo, Doug, do you have a resonator on that Variax?
I do, but it doesn't I'm not sure which setting it is.
I'm gonna go. I gotta take off. I gotta go take care of my mom. I might drop back in if you guys are still on.
All right.
All right, fellas.
Thanks for dropping in, dude.
Dropping by, Jimmy.
Take care, brothers.
See you later.
I mean, that doesn't sound terrible, but it does not sound like a resonator.
Oh, this isn't supposed to. I gave up on it.
I was like, that doesn't sound at all like what.
This is supposed to be a semi-hollow in open D with a fuzz pedal on it. You go.
What speakers are you running through right now?
Nothing right now. I'm just running straight in. There's no speakers.
What are you talking about? How are you running?
I'm running through the interface, and
What the fuck?
it's not coming out of any speakers.
That didn't
That's
work.
the direct signal you're hearing.
It didn't work for me, man. When I did it, it would like kill the sound.
Yeah, but I'm awesome.
That's weird, man. I can't believe you got that to work. Every time like on the Doug show, when I tried it that first time, the volume just went to like 0.
I just run it in just like I run in my when I record. It's run straight into my interface.
Huh. Wonder if OBS would let me. I was talking about that with James. You use OBS to record stuff like this.
Yeah, I think that would work. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it yet.
I love guitar. It's so cool.
You want to hear a quick little ditty?
Yeah, man. That almost sounds like a
Why
stand-up.
can't she see me? I'm standing right here. I'm not invisible. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm a ghost.
Love it.
Yeah, that tone sounded like a stand-up bass, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love this thing. It's an acoustic bass.
Oh, okay. It's got an awesome sound.
I can't do acoustic bass, but I can do this.
It's actually doing the thing I was saying it was doing to me now. Your volume went to 0.
It's the synth setting, and it's probably the guitar pick, the setting I have too.
Well, it does fluctuate the volume wildly, though, because it registers it as noise.
Oh man.
Why do I still have this gun up here? Jesus.
Because you love guns, Joe. I'm turning my guitar off now. Because you made me mad. Show off some more. Show off your Gusey art again, and talk about that real quick for people who that wasn't here at the beginning of the stream.
Yep, because we just been kind of lingering today. So let's unlinger. Yeah, so here we go. We got ourselves our little contribution to the Legends of the Lone Wolf. And it's called I'm with Gusey. I wrote the story. James did the artwork. And he also influenced the story in a big way as well while we were working on it, just making little changes here and there. And I'm doing the colors for it. And we got probably like 7 days left now, because I think it started like half day or midday, I should say. So I believe if you look at the campaign now, we got 7 days left, and we're almost there. We were at 68% earlier. I don't have it open, so I can't really check where we're at now.
I've got it open, but I'm trying to unplug my guitar, and it won't come unplugged.
Yeah.
That's what I hate about these network cables, man.
Let's see. I think we're still at 68%, it looks like.
68% for losers.
Have you checked what it looks like 3 hours from now? What it'll be?
It should be fully funded in 3 hours, just
Okay.
because
I agree. I was looking at the stock market earlier.
It's up to you, Zach. You have to cook some extra chickens tonight and fund the rest of our book here.
Yeah, Zach Hawkins.
Yeah,
And we need Dave. We need Dave to get out there and fund our book too, Dave.
All right, let's see here. Next page.
I need somebody to come over to my house and unplug my guitar before I get mad.
What's the musician equivalent of Geek Squad?
I don't think there is one.
Well, that's your new company idea. to rescue boomers who can't unplug their guitars. We'll start a whole thing based on your misfortune.
I wish I could show you how this plugs in because it's so stupid.
Is it the network adapter you're trying to remove?
Yeah, and see the way that the lid the thing opens, it's right on top where you have to push the thing out to pull the network cable. It's a stupid design. As awesome as the guitar is, this is stupid.
It's almost impossible to get it out.
Yeah, that's what she said.
It's true.
I seriously don't think it's ever coming out again. I'll just unplug it out of the back of the Helix and leave the guitar plugged in.
If you put a bit of hot glue on your fingertip and just adhere your finger to the cord and pull very.
I'm sorry, I was distracting the thing. Now let's go.
Alrighty.
Let you talk stuff.
So we got same pages as before. We're gonna pretend these are new pages.
Oh, I can show the black and whites of a couple more pages if you want.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that, man.
Show everything. Show everything except for nudes. Don't show any nudes.
Oh yeah, I drew lots of Gary Busey nudes in preparation for this.
Me too.
Can you imagine being like a college student in an art class and that's your model that walks out? It's like
a combination of Star Strike and horror.
I had to draw an old man in Speedos.
That sounds amazing.
It was, I had to hide my erection.
Was it that? Was it the old man in that picture Joey keeps showing?
back up, just a heartthrob. Let's go back to him for a minute. There we go.
I bet it was that guy. Wasn't it?
I think the other old guy was a bit more excited.
Because he had Speedos on.
You could see his little chub.
Now nobody's going to back this book.
We blew it.
Like I go look and everybody's refunded. They refunded. They sent a message saying we want the Gary Busey nudes and the old man drawings.
We'd much prefer those.
So have to start our own.
Oh yeah,
calendar.
Whoever does the best Gary Busey impression or the funniest Gary Busey-ism, they get the napkin drawing.
Yeah, let me pull that up real quick. There we go. So yeah, we will mail this official napkin drawing to you. And what more can I say about that? I mean, you can eat all the mustard you want, and you won't even have a stain on you.
Yeah, you'll be able to just wipe it off with that priceless object.
Yeah.
You'll even be able to clone your own hairy little Jamesons with the spit from when I used it.
Dave says that man, his neck looks like a Klingon's forehead.
Looks delicious.
Show us some more Busey artwork. Not the nudes, though.
Okay.
Unless you want to show the nudes.
Oh, I'd have to draw them first.
Oh, we gotta present James here, so I think it's still on me.
Oh. Presented.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Dig it.
It's gonna kill Doug. Yeah.
Let me scream some more so I'll die.
So here's that third page. Joey showed you that with the squirrely look that's on the poster there. We can do page 4. That's half of the story.
Yeah, but only 3 people's watching this, so
That's true.
I can't wait to see this book all put together and printed.
Yep, this is gonna be dope, man.
The only thing I realize is that I made the grievous mistake of I don't think I've included enough space for word balloons in all the panels. I feel like
Yeah, we'll get it in there.
in there.
Yeah, we'll get it in there, man.
We'll make it fit. We'll use magic.
just have some kind of like hypodermal implant that just jumps up in their face.
When UC talks, it doesn't have to fit in the box. UC transcends time and space.
It does.
Or Gusey, excuse me. I'm digging that artwork, though.
Yeah.
It's really cartoony.
I'm
It was
excited.
a whole lot of fun to do. The script was one of the craziest things I've ever read.
Dude, I read that script and I laughed so hard.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it, man. It's been actually very long process coloring it, which I didn't anticipate, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to look pretty dope.
Well, I'll send you a fresh box of crayon.
Perfect. I can just draw right onto my Wacom with those crayons.
There you go.
I was using Sharpie before this, but I think the crayon would be a safer bet. Oh, we gotta do it one more time. Oh yeah! I knew you couldn't resist.
I can't. Anytime I hear it, man. If Macho Man is on TV, I'm like, oh yeah!
It was so funny if you did that in real life scenarios, man. Like, it would be a fucking cop pulls you over. You know how fast you were going? Oh yeah!
Oh, sure. Here's something that we could talk about with this page. These bottom two panels here, the very left and the middle one, are completely cut and paste put back together because I've been doing this with non-photo blue pencil just to sketch in a little bit, and then I'm just doing it straight in ballpoint pen. So I made some errors in these two panels, to which I just glued new pieces of paper over and started again.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
I got 3 minutes.
Dig it!
My neighbor must seriously wonder what the hell goes on in here, man. Like, just all this.
Is this how all Southerners talk?
I was telling James, my last apartment, the guy across the hall was like a major crackhead. He's completely deluded, living in some imaginary world. And
Yeah.
he was very much concerned with the fact that there was apparently a warlock that lived in the laundry room in the basement. And I was just sitting there one day talking to Skinny on Xbox Live, and I'm always making these ridiculous sounds. And the Skinny's like, you wonder why this guy thinks there's a warlock in the basement? Like, you just keep hearing this shit like,
Or lately
yeah, I can't remember the original sound, man. It's gone. Every time we do it, it morphs a little bit.
I know, it starts to sound more and more like a dog each time.
It's eventually just going to turn into Goofy. I just do Macho Man. That's it.
He did a pretty good racist Kermit.
Yeah, but that almost killed me, though.
Yeah.
That made my insides like, I don't know. It was weird.
Man,
I
need to.
don't know.
I seriously can't wait to get it to like a decent apartment that's actually got soundproofing. I love Skinny's script for that Star Wars thing was epic, and I seriously wish we could have recorded that, man. Like, it was one of the funniest things I've ever read.
See, what's awesome is now I've got my own house, and there's nobody here, and there's nobody close, so I can just scream bloody murder if I want to. I can just be like, ah!
Oh Christ, Doug! What the fuck, man?
I actually turned away from the microphone.
Son of a bitch, dude!
Screamed.
Well, you owe me a new pair of reference monitors. Like, Jesus Christ.
Hey, Joey, guess what, Joey?
Don't do it.
Guess what, Joey?
All right, let me turn my volume up. I can't hear you.
Joey,
Now he's whispering. I gotta turn it up even higher.
guess what?
All right.
Yeah!
See, that wasn't as piercing, though. The scream like he distorted the shit out of my reference headphones, man. You can feel the speakers just trying to tear apart.
That's the power of a man.
I wish I could do that in here.
Here, I'll turn my microphone down really far. And I'll yell really loud. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just to say.
Can you hear me? Like, is it really loud?
No.
Is it quiet?
Yes.
Is it super quiet?
Yes.
Can you barely hear me?
No. I'm going to say no to that one. So I just want to.
My microphone's barely on now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to scream really loud. I'm going to get away from the microphone a little bit now.
Can you imagine, like, it's like his parents about to go to the door and fucking hear that? They're like, holy shit.
Like, are you okay? Are you dead?
Kick the fucking door down. Like, holy
The mailman was about to deliver a package.
shit. You go outside tomorrow, some dead mailman in the driveway, a fucking heart attack.
Dead Jehovah's Witnesses outside.
There's a FedEx employee or some shit. It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Just run out of the house screaming like that. Oh shit.
If you guys could watch me, I totally would.
Yeah, I figured the cops were coming now.
No, there's no cops. I
No,
could
not,
be out.
not cops, is it coughing?
I thought you said cops. I could be outside screaming and yelling, and somebody could be stabbing me, and nobody would ever hear it.
See, I definitely can hear too, but I just blend in with the rest of the crackheads, and it's just normal every day.
See, if I was there, they would throw me out because I'd be screaming all the time.
Oh.
My brother was living here, but he's gone. If he was still here, he would have just run out of his room like terrified. This is probably the best stream on the internet.
I believe so. Mustard bananas, epic screaming, dead mailman,
And that was all just recently.
finger drumming.
Old men in speedos.
And man in Speedos. How could I forget?
But Chubbs. And me coughing and dying.
Dude, my throat hurts and I didn't even do that.
That's because I psychically transferred the pain in my throat to your mind.
Just like the Lion King. I've seen this before.
It's exactly like the Lion King. You remember in Snow White where she used her mind powers to make that guy's head explode? Best Disney movie ever.
Absolutely.
Nachos, why is your picture?
What?
It is a pickle. It is a pickle now, dude. I
Not a
kid
pickle on my screen.
Dude, it's a pickle now with a beard.
Like, it's not on my screen though.
Well, you're missing out. It's a hipster pickle's
What kind
dope.
of screen is
Hey, maybe click on his little square thing. I bet you anything the hipster pickle will show up.
this? Oh, it did. It looks like a wiener. That's a green wiener. I'm presenting that to everybody.
Excellent.
Zach says everyone needs to try a nice hot brownie with a slice of American cheese melted on it.
That sounds
Said that
horrific.
the other day.
Did you
No.
say
He's desperate for me, he's desperate for me to try it.
Oh. I'm not going to try it. That's gross. I say that though, but I like Rice Krispies with spray cheese on them.
That sounds horrific, dude.
It's amazing, man.
Peri fries in chocolate sauce.
I don't know what Perry fries are.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either.
Peri peri.
We don't know what your English devil garbage is. we kicked you out of this country so we don't have to eat that crap.
But God damn it, boy, speak American.
That's right, son. Speak American. American's the real English.
We don't talk no British around here.
That's right.
I said that to Luis once. And like, he was sending me voice messages, and I messaged him back with that. He took it so poorly. I was like, oh, God, I was just joking.
That's funny.
I think is actually the very first thing he says, like, aren't you Canadian? It's like,
I'm Southern Canadian. The south of Canada will rise again.
like we say, south of Canada will rise again. It's the only populated part of the country. It's like, there's nothing in the north. There's just trees and shit.
I just call you guys snow Mexicans.
Snow Mexicans.
I'm waiting for Trump to build a wall up there too. Keep yins out. Yins out. Tim Hortons down here.
Man, they didn't hire me when I applied to Tim Hortons. I'm like, I was shocked. Absolutely shocked.
Did you have a huge beard then?
I did.
That's why.
That's what they said, but I don't believe them.
Like, that guy's too much of a man to work here. He needs to be a lumberjack.
Like, first problem is he knows how to speak English. Doesn't work. Second, he actually has like more than 6 brain cells, which isn't good for a Tim Hortons employee. You just gotta keep it on the minimum. I'm not even shitting, man. I go in there, and for whatever reason, I want to order the disgusting ass food. I want a sandwich, and she just like was floating her finger around the menu, like those big menu boards that are on the wall. And I'm like, sandwich? Like, what the fuck? Why don't you understand? And she's just like floating her finger around. I'm like, fucking sandwich? Are you serious right now? Like, she had no idea what I was trying to do or why I was there. I just, that very same Tim Hortons, my buddy had ordered a box of Timbits, and they brought the box of Timbits over to the counter, which is like little tiny donuts, in case anyone's wondering. They took the Timbits out one by one. After packaging them in the box, they took them out one by one and put them on the counter one by one, looking at my buddy for a nod of approval. Every single Timbit. I was like, what the hell is going on? This is fucking crazy. It made no sense.
Perfectly logical to me.
It was fucking crazy, man. Yeah. I swear. It's just, I don't know how our country survived as long as it has.
Well, fellas, I think I'm about done streaming.
Yeah.
We streamed for a long time.
Oh, man.
Shall we close out with some more rock and roll?
Yeah, let's rock and roll. Let me get my acoustic guitar.
That's 9 o'clock. Oh, well, one more.
Teach them people to go to bed early, Joe. What key you in, Joe?
The very first one you did. Whoops. Well, there she be. Some Mexican flamenco style.
That's the end of our show, everybody. Have a good night.